Yo, what is going on, Raiders? The Boss here, and today with the third episode of the clan tournament, and in this one we'll see how the past days went and the current status of the clan tournament. So to start off, I had to face a couple of attacks on my base and one was actually able to 3-star me. So I'm gonna put it in this fight, but on the other hand, I 3-starred a fully upgraded Stronghold 10. So we've got a couple of nice fights in this video today. To get an overview where we have been last episode, let's check out again the status from there. And we've been there on the 4th place and I was on the 3rd place with 1900 Valor in the clan. And that's it for the introduction. Let's see how we performed in the past few days. So to start off, we'll be doing here a revenge on Old Dog, and this guy has a fully upgraded Stronghold 10 and of course we'll try to 3-star it. I've prepared a little with buffs for the Stronghold, as I wouldn't have attacked the Stronghold when I'm playing the clan tournament seriously, as this guy has less Valor than me, and if I would lose here, consequently I would lose a lot more Valor. That's why I'm going completely serious on this base. So to start off, I want to get rid of those Sky Harpoons right in the beginning, which pose the greatest threat to me here. I'll start off by throwing in a Berserk and a Fog Barrel, let my dragons spawn on the effect area and then use the Ranger portion to increase their range by 100%. So the first Sky Harpoons go down quite fast, and that makes my life already a lot easier against this base. In addition, as you can see, the Dwarf Saboteurs did a good job taking out those traps you see here, and through that a larger amount of dragons will survive this battle. Then the majority of towers got taken out, and from this point on it's already obvious that we'll see here a 3-star in the end, as there are still a lot of dragons left on the field and therefore those towers don't have a chance, and so far this battle only lasted 40 seconds, which definitely shows the strength of such a dragon army. So there's only one Sky Harpoon remaining, and when it goes down, the dragons will be busy taking out the rest of the buildings. On the bottom I did clear those buildings with archers to speed up this battle. Like mentioned before, this is a completely overpowered attack and definitely no stronghold stands a chance against it. And even though this guy has walls on max level, dragons can simply fly over them, which makes them completely useless. I also need to mention here that this guy attacked me twice, and maybe after the clan tournament we'll see a ground attack against it. So with the last buildings going down, this gives us the 3rd star, and in the next fight we'll be seeing another ground attack where I'm destroying a base layout which many people use in Cloud Raiders. So for this fight I still got the Dwarf Saboteurs remaining, and when you face such a base layout you should never deploy your Marauders all at once, because there is kind of a trick with which you can get quite easily into the center of this base. So I'm sending in Marauders which take care of the cannons and the cross nests, and to cover now my approaching Bombardiers, which will blow a gap into those walls on the outside, which gives us already a path for our Marauders to go through. An important step now is to wait until those cross nests get destroyed, because otherwise our big group of Marauders will start to run around the base, and this will cost a lot of time and eventually might lead to a failed attack, and of course we don't want that to happen. So while the first group of Marauders and Archers take care of the Cannoneer forts, the time has come to make a big push into the middle of this base. So I deploy my Marauders followed by the healers first and a second group of Marauders behind it, and at the end some Archers and some Cannoneers. In the base I'm making use of my first healing barrel, and so far so good, the Cannoneers are almost at the stronghold. With another healing barrel I make sure that the group of Marauders on the right side keep on surviving, and finally we get the 1st star of this battle and ultimately the second one straight behind it. Okay, we have taken care of the middle, so we need to take care of the buildings outside of the base, which is only a matter of time. So as you have seen in the last fights, I'm now making use of buffs quite often, which help a lot to 3-star bases without greater use of barrels. So if you want to play the tournament, make sure to have some of them. It'll make your life easier up there. Unfortunately, I'm running currently low on clouds, that's why I've attacked this guy. He had quite a few of them, but normally it's better to attack people with more Valor to speed up a Valor collection process. So for today we've got only one more fight remaining, and this is a defense, but unfortunately I got 3-starred there, so let's have a look at how this guy has done it. I've created a space layout during the tournament and therefore I need to make more adjustments to it, but overall it's normally performing pretty good, except if someone attacks with the Dwarf Saboteurs, because as you can see a lot of my traps got already activated, and we're gonna observe in this replay the significance of this buff in the fight. So it seems like we're having here a Marauder, Healer and Cannoneer combo, and in a second they are running straight into my first Shock Rod trap. But as you can see, the other two ones got already activated by that buff, and we can see how the group of Marauders run run over them without triggering them, which is very unfortunate because when I would have triggered those traps, the Marauders almost would have been wiped out. But as I've mentioned before, the Dwarf Saboteurs prevent that. So this guy from Universal Knights has set him up perfectly to collect the second star very fast. And again, this group of Cannoneers went over a large explosion trap, which would have taken them out, but same happens as before, nothing. Obviously then the traps are located on the right position, and before I can say that this base layout is crap, I need to see another fight without all these buffs being activated. Either way, back to the fight, and the last traps here got triggered at the top, but that's too late to make a difference in this fight as most of my base got already destroyed, so I only got a few towers left, which shouldn't be able to take care of the rest of the troops, especially because one of the healers is still on the map, and therefore the rest he needs to do here is to clean up my base, which gives him the third star. Back in the base, let's see how we are performing after the 3 days, and during that time I went up to 2500 Valor. Actually I was already at 2600, but due to a lot of dragon attacks I lost a lot of Valor, which brought me back here. Currently I'm on the 5th position in the clan, but I'm confident that we can make it back into the top 3 during today, with 19 hours left. Let's see how the clan is performing, and seems like we lost speed here as we're only on the 5th place with some distance to Balkan, but as I've said in the beginning of this journey, I'm happy if we are able to stay there. That's gonna wrap it up for this video. I hope I can make it up to 3000 Valor until tomorrow. Maybe I'll use a couple of diamonds for that. And this is it from me. Have a great raid. Peace out.